How many so far? Oh, 23. Okay, my dear children, hope you all are safe and at home. Uh, if you could recollect, we started with the introduction on micro emulsion or emulsion in a classical sense. If you could recapitulate or recall as whatever we have studied then, we have seen that depending on the solvent, also depending on the HLB value of the surfactants form aggregate in solvents. If the solvent is water, as you see on your left hand side, they form sphere like entities called micelles. Or if the solvent is oil, then a reverse micelle is formed where the hydrocarbon chain, they are oriented outwards towards the oil continuum because the hydrocarbon chains are soluble in oil. So these are called reverse micelles. Again, I want to hammer it, repeat it. I want to say it again and again that if the solvent is water, then there would be formation of micelle. If the solvent is oil, then there would be a formation of reverse micelle. If the HLB value is very high, they are expected to form normal micelle because of higher hydrophilicity. If the HLB value is low, then they are expected to be more soluble in oil and hence they will form reverse micelle. Or the packing parameter, if the packing parameter, critical packing parameter is less than 0.33, then they will form a normal micelle because the hydrocarbon chain will have a lower cross-sectional area than the hydrophilic head group, if you could recollect. On the other hand, the critical packing parameters of the surfactants whose the value are greater than 1, they will form reverse micelle. So we know which surfactant, which solvent are suitable for the formation of aggregated species called micelle or reverse micelle. And you see the core of the micelle, we have been repeatedly saying it, the core of the micelle is hydrophobic in nature, it is oily in nature. So the core of the micelle can accommodate some oil molecules. So oil molecules can be dispersed into the core of the micelle. So you can make a dispersion of oil in water where a surfactant monolayer will act as a protecting layer that will inhibit the direct contact between oil and water. So I can say this entity, like here on your right hand side bottom panel, so I can say that I can accommodate some oil molecules into the core of the micelle. So I get a dispersion of oil in water. On the other hand, if the surfactants are capable of forming reverse micelles, then the core is hydrophilic in nature. The core is hydrophilic in nature and you can accommodate some water molecules into the core of the micelle. So you can disperse some water molecules into the core of the reverse micelle. Again, the surfactant act as a protecting monolayer, which allows the non-contact, which does not allow the water and oil molecules to come in contact with each other. So I get a dispersion of water in oil. So I will call it as water in oil emulsion. Now I mentioned earlier that if the size of the emulsions are of few micron to few hundred nanometer or 1000 nanometer, they are called macro emulsions. If the dimensions are of say few hundred nanometer, I call it as micro emulsion. And if the sizes are in the range of nanometer, say less than 50 nanometer, so I will call it as nano emulsion. So they are all emulsion. Now, what is the definition of micro emulsion or nano emulsion? It is a thermodynamically stable. Otherwise, you cannot stabilize oil in water. So oil and water, they do not mix with each other. That we know. But this is an old idea. Oil and water, they mix. Actually, they do not mix. Rather, they can be, one can be dispersed into the other with the help of a third component called surfactant or emulsifying agent. And you see sometimes some short chain alkanols or alkyl amines are required because a single tailed surfactant cannot give a complete coverage that can make a protecting layer between water and oil. So you need to know that sometimes some short chain alkanols or short chain alkyl amines are required. These are known as co-surfactants. These are called co-surfactants. Okay. So surfactant, it act as a support to the co-surfactants. They act as supporting, they are বলে না সহযোগী শিল্পী এদের মতো, they act, they support the, so they give the protection, they create, they fill up the holes in between. এই যে জায়গাটা যেটা দেখা যাচ্ছে, এই জায়গাটায় যে একটা সারফ্যাক্ট্যান্ট, এটা হচ্ছে সারফ্যাক্ট্যান্ট, যেটা ওপেন সার্কেল, দিস ইজ এ কো-সারফ্যাক্ট্যান্ট। এদের এতটাই বড়, এরা কমপ্লিট কাভারেজ দিতে পারে। So this is about micro emulsion. So একদম এই মুহূর্তে we have seen that there are, like I can see, sorry, excuse me, I can clearly see that there are two types of emulsions. One is water in oil and the vice versa, oil in water. But there are other classes, other types too. What are they? I will come to it because we already discussed them last day. But again, let me discuss it once again. Now, before going into that, you see, if I give a closer look into the structure of the micelle, you see the head groups are strongly hydrated. So the water molecules who are there in the immediate vicinity of the surfactant head groups, they are very rigidly bound. Similar is the story when I am considering the reverse micelle. So the water molecules which are in the close vicinity, we are just used in hydrating the water, hydrating the hydrophilic head groups. They are most rigidly bound. So if you take a normal micelle, if I am going to add oil step by step, what would be happening? The oil molecule will be dissolved into the hydrocarbon chain. because they themselves are oily in nature. Now you progressively go on adding oil into it. So what would be happening? ওই যে বলছিলাম তোমাদের যদি রসগোল্লার গল্প যেটি বলেছি, if I go on feeding you with rasagolla, like if you have a capability of eating 10 rasgullas, so initially when I give one, it will disappear, then 2, 3, 4, 5, আস্তে আস্তে কি হবে তোমার, কি হবে, your tummy will bulge out, তাই না, আস্তে আস্তে স্ফীতদর হয়ে যাবে তুমি। বাট ইফ আই ফোর্স ইউ, না খেতেই হবে, এর উপায় নেই, আমি 50টা রসগোল্লা আজকে তোমাকে খাওয়াবো, would you be able to eat that? The answer is no, you cannot simply eat them. Why? So some rasgulla will be left out, পড়ে থাকবে তখন। The same will be the story in case of micro emulsions. See, if I go on adding oil progressively, so what would be happening? The initially oil will be dissolved, then there would be some free oil into the core, actually not free, and the size of the normal micelle will increase. This is called swollen micelles, SWOLLEN, swollen মানে ফুলে ওঠা, এটা বেড়ে যাবে। Now if you add further oil, if the oil amount of added oil exceeds a certain threshold, প্রচুর অয়েল দিয়ে দিচ্ছে, তাহলে কি হবে, এই ভেতরে যে কোটটার সাইজটা প্রচুর বাড়তে থাকবে, it will progressively go on increasing, and at that time surfactant and co-surfactant molecules may not be able to give complete protection. So if oil and water, they do come in contact with each other, then the stability is lost, because the emulsion is a dispersion of oil in water or the vice versa, stabilized by a protecting monolayer of emulsifying agent. Now, if there is a gap, if oil and water, they come in contact with each other, you no longer are able to keep them in a stable form. So there will be a disruption into the structure of the microemulsion. How do you know that? The microemulsion which was clear, which was isotropic, which was thermodynamically stable, which was transparent, it will become turbid. That means you will get a phase separation. That means you will be able to see the appearance of two distinct layers, or solution will appear turbid. So you get two different phases. Similarly, if you take a reverse micelle and go on adding water, what would be happening? Initially, water molecules will be required to hydrate the hydrophilic head groups. Okay? And they are the most rigidly bound water molecule. Then there would be a secondary layer of water which are also rigidly held, but not as rigid as the surfactant molecules which were used up in hydrating the surfactant head. If you, তাহলে কি হলো, তাহলে reverse micelle, you see on your left hand side there is a reverse micelle. You go on adding water, you are getting swollen micelle, and if you go on adding further water, কি হবে, there would be some free water molecule. How? So there are 3 states of water in a reverse micelle, or in water in oil microemulsion. Describe them. So this is the most rigidly bound. They are used up in hydrating the surfactant head group. Then there is a secondary layer, and the third one is the surfactant with the water molecule. They are the water molecules which are like free water molecules. That means they are like normal water. How would I know? So this water only they will melt at 0 degree centigrade, not this one, not the water molecules which are used up in hydrating the surface. So there are different states of water molecules. Now, how would I তাহলে কি বললাম? যখন microemulsion is a clear isotropic dispersion of oil in water or the vice versa. আর কি দেখেছি এখন পর্যন্ত? There are two types. One is water in oil or oil in water. How would I know? Basically, a microemulsion is characterized by through the construction of phase diagram or phase manifestation. So what you do? You take certain amount of water, surfactant, oil, then you go on varying the other quantity. So I take water, I take oil, they will not mix. But if I go on adding surfactant into the solution, then they will start forming micelle or reverse micelle, and I can disperse one into the other. Then this is done using Gibbs phase diagram. This is called Gibbs ternary phase diagram. Here it is, if you could recollect, there is 100%. AOT is a surfactant. Forget about them. So they are all surfactant. Surfactant, water, and oil. So if you move from here to this water, here it is 100% water. And if you move across this line, here you get 0% water. Similarly, here it is 100% oil, and draw a straight line, go over there, it is 0% oil. Here it is 100% surfactant. If you come down, here it is 0% surfactant. That means it is the line where there is no surfactant. And you see here oil and water, they are not miscible. So what we'll get? You will get a two-phase zone. Means 2, 5. 5 means phase. So you will get a turbid solution. Now you go on adding the amount of surfactant, go on increasing the amount of surfactant, ultimately you will get a clear zone. Forget about the other thing. Similarly, here you see, if you take surfactant and water, some surfactant is soluble in water. So you don't get any two-phase region over here. Similarly, surfactant is partly soluble in oil, so you do not get any two-phase region. They are all 1,5 means single-phase region. Now, depending on the type, I can classify the surfactants into 4 groups according to the name of the discoverer, Winsor. Winsor type 1, type 2, type 3, and type. So Winsor 1 means here when oil is dispersed in water. On your left panel, so oil in water, oil dispersed in water is type 1, Winsor type 1 microemulsion. On the other hand, when water is dispersed in oil, then I get Winsor type 2. And the intermediate, if you take water and oil in equal proportion, and there would be a Winsor type 3, which is called a bicontinuous medium. Or you can have a combination of both, water in oil and oil in water, both. This is called type 4. So there are 4 types of microemulsions, Winsor 1 to 4. আবার মনে রাখতে হবে, টাইপ 1 হচ্ছে Winsor 1 হচ্ছে oil in water. টাইপ 3 হচ্ছে water in oil. টাইপ 2, টাইপ 3 হচ্ছে bicontinuous, and type 4 হচ্ছে where you can get a combination of both. এইটাকে আরো খুব সুন্দরভাবে যদি দেখানো যায়, yes, here you go. Here you go. What do you see? I am I am expanding it a little bit for your better clarification if you want to see. So here what I have shown you earlier, this is amphiphile. This is the amphiphile. Here you have water, here you have oil. So this line corresponds to the amphiphile dissolved in water. The line on your right hand side, it indicates the amphiphile dissolved in oil. So here, when the amount of oil is very high, when there is no water, you get a reverse micelle. You get a reverse micelle. So this E is nothing but reverse micelle. If you go on adding water into it, so if you move towards left, you see on your right hand side, you are dispersing water into or in oil, where the surfactant molecules are acting as a protecting monolayer. They act as a protecting monolayer. So you get water in oil dispersion or water in oil microemulsion. ঠিক আবার যদি আমি এক্সট্রিম লিফটের কথা ভাবি, where you have sufficient only water, surfactant or amphiphile means here in surfactant, dissolve in water, only water. So you get normal micelle. And if you just move, you go on adding oil into it, so oil will be dispersed in the core and you get oil in water dispersion. And you see, this is the boundary line. তোমরা যেমন ক্রিটিক্যাল সলিউশন টেম্পারেচার বের করেছিলে, মনে করে দেখো ফেনল ওয়াটার মিক্সচারে। I don't know whether you did it or not in your practical class. আস্তে আস্তে গরম করতে করতে একটা সময় দেখা যায় কি একটা টেম্পারেচারের পরে এটা ক্লিয়ার হয়। দ্যাট ইজ কল ক্লিয়ার সলিউশন। ক্রিটিক্যাল সলিউশন টেম্পারেচার ফেজ ডায়াগ্রাম যখন করা হয়েছিল, ফেজ রুল যখন পড়েছিল, বাট বিলো দ্যাট টেম্পারেচার ইট অ্যাপিয়ার্স টু বি টার্বিড অর দ্য ভাইস ভার্সা। So here this is the তার মানে কি একটা মিনিমাম অ্যামাউন্ট অফ সারফ্যাক্ট্যান্ট অয়েল অ্যান্ড ওয়াটার কম্বিনেশন লাগবে যখন কিনা একটা আর একটাতে ডিসপার্সড হবে। তার নিচে থাকলে, তার থেকে লোয়ার প্রপোর্শনে সারফ্যাক্ট্যান্ট থাকলে, this will be called emulsion, biphasic zone, where you don't get a clear dispersion. Clear isotropic and stable dispersions are not achievable. So that is why this is called 2-phi. এই যে আগে পেপার আগে যে ছবিটা দেখাচ্ছিল 2-phi means two phase region. This is totally monophagic region. Here biphasic regionটা কিরকম দেখতে, এই রকম. This is the biphasic region. So I can construct the ternary phase diagram. This is called Gibbs phase diagram for the microemulsion. How can I characterize them? There are different ways to characterize. First, you need to know what you need to know. You need to know the size. Size of the microemulsions are determined using different techniques called small angle X-ray scattering, small angle neutron scattering, dynamic light scattering, DLS. In our university we have one DLS in Shumita Madam's laboratory and one in the UC. So it measures the size. If you could recollect, when I discussed about the nanoparticles, then I told about it, the nanoparticle. In your common classes in semester 1, I discussed like it works on the principle of Stokes-Einstein's equation. D diffusion coefficient is equal to kT by 6 pi eta RD. If you could recollect, eta pi R. R means radius. So by you can determine the size of the microemulsion. You can get the different states of water in reverse micelle or water in oil microemulsion, or even the micelle. The property of micellization can be studied by technique called nuclear magnetic resonance or time resolved fluorescence quenching. এই যে বলা হচ্ছে মাইসেল বা মাইক্রো ইমালশন, তার সারফেসটা কি? The surface of the micelle or the microemulsion is like This is called a palisade layer, Palisade. So if you consider a micelle, the surface, the bulk, যেখানে জল রয়েছে, it is completely hydrophilic. The core of the micelle is completely hydrophobic. তাহলে আমি কোর থেকে আস্তে আস্তে যদি সারফেসের দিকে যাই, there would be a boundary line যেখানে the surface head groupটা যেখানে রয়েছে, which will have some amphiphilic like behavior. This is called a palisade layer, Palisade. What are the other methods that are used in characterizing the microemulsion? Other methods include, what are they? Conductance, electrical conductance, viscosity, because when I discussed about the nanomaterials, I told that the microemulsion droplets are not static entities. They are very dynamic. They can conduct even if I take water in oil microemulsion. Then I can, if I take oil in water in oil microemulsion, even if the continuous medium is oil, I can conduct, I can experience the percolation of electrical conductance. Although oil is an insulator, it is not a non-conductor of electricity. However, that means they can transport the electrical charges. How is it possible? I will discuss it very shortly. So electrical conductivity আর viscosity, I need to get ধরো আমি যখন অ্যাপ্লিকেশন পড়বো আর কি সারফেক্টেন্টে কালকে পড়বো, এবং then I will open up the discussion for tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I will open up the lecture for your questions and comments and queries. And dear children from the evening batch, remember you need to attend 2 or 3 more classes, because I started from the surfactant aggregation. Before that, there are some basics on the physics and chemistry of the interfaces, like Kelvin equation, equation of Young and Laplace. এই জিনিসগুলো আমাদের একটু পড়ে নিতে হবে, ঠিক আছে? তাহলে ইভিনিং এ চিলড্রেন বুঝতে পারলে তাহলে কি হলো, আগামীকাল আমাদের এই কমন ক্লাস শেষ হয়ে যাবে। কালকে 11টার সময় when I will start my class, I will discuss about some of the applications, and then I will open up the lecture for your discussion. If you have any clarifications to sort, if you want to if you want to get any clarification, I'll try my level best to answer to your questions or queries or comments. And then I need 2 more classes for the evening batch so that I can communicate with you. So there are electrical birefringence, infrared spectroscopy, calorimetry, because I told that the water molecules, if I go on adding water molecules into water in oil microemulsion or reverse myself, the state of water will be different. There are 3 states of water in the water in oil microemulsion. So the 3 states can be achieved, can be identified even by calorimetric studies. Okay, so I will not discuss in detail about that. Another terminology you need to know in water in oil microemulsion, the term called omega. The term called omega. What is omega? What is omega? This omega. Omega is the ratio of the in reverse myself in water in oil microemulsion. If you could recall it, if you could recall in semester when we discussed about the synthesis of nanoparticle using water in oil microemulsion, we defined the size of the water pool with the term omega. বলেছিলাম omega value যত বেশি, the size of the water pool would be higher or bigger. How? Omega is the molar ratio, a ratio of the number of moles of water by surfactant. কতগুলো surfactant নিয়েছো, so you know how much surfactant, how many surfactant molecules you have taken, you can calculate. যতটা ওজন করেছি, when I take the mass, I know the number of moles. And so you know the number of moles in the denominator, so number of moles of surfactant in the denominator, and in the numerator there will be number of moles of water molecule. That gives you the value of omega. It is a standard convention. to determine the size of to express the size of the reverse micelle. So there are different techniques, and in fact, I will share this manuscript, this paper. This is a publication by one of my supervisors, Professor S.P. Maulik, where they have. It is a very beautiful review article, although quite old, in 1998. Professor Maulik and one of his students then published the paper jointly in the journal called Advances in Colloid and Interface Science. I will share immediately after the lecture. I will share this, both my lecture and this paper, this review article. It would be of great use to you if you want to extend your knowledge further. So this is the size distribution in case of a reverse micelle. You see the size, this is a Gaussian type of size distribution. So the dynamic light scattering is the intensity versus the diameter. You see the average diameter is around 30 or so, 30 nanometer. So using dynamic light scattering, you can determine the size of the microemulsion droplets, even oil in water or water in. Now the DLS method, you use again the omega value. So using then electron microscopy, they also give you the information on the size of the water droplets or the oil dispersed in in the emulsion, or the overall size of the emulsion. And I will not continue them in detail. If you are interested, you can go through them according to your convenience. What I would like to say about the microemulsion is, as I say, the microemulsion droplets, they can, the structure of the water micropool in water in oil microemulsion. The structure is, like I বলেছি, they are not free. Some water molecules are used in hydrating the surfactant head groups. They are most rigidly bound. Then there is a secondary layer of water molecule, and then there are free water molecules in the core. So that water has the property of bulk water. Here you go, what I was trying to say. Now, if you take water in oil microemulsion, and if you have some ionic component into the water pool, you can expect the electrical charge, you can expect the microemulsion droplets to respond to electrical conductivity, although not as good as the aqueous medium. অর্থাৎ আমি একটা আয়নিক সারফ্যাক্ট্যান্ট নিয়ে একটা ওয়াটার ইন অয়েল মাইক্রোএমালশন বানিয়েছি, তাহলে in the core there would be, so if I take in the core there would be some ions. Now these microemulsion droplets, I'm just only describing here, the circle means only the water pool. হাইড্রোকার্বন চেনগুলোকে আমি দেখানো হয়নি এখানে, I have not mentioned them. So if you take these two water droplets, this two water pool, what would be happening? These two microemulsion droplets will undergo fusion. They will fuse. And this is a very transient process. And there would be mass exchange. And again, they will undergo the process of fission. So there would be fusion, mass transfer, and fission. তাহলে কি হলো? ফিউশন, মাস ট্রান্সফার অ্যান্ড ফিশন। তার মানে একটা যদি কনসিডার করি, ধরে নিলাম এই মাইক্রোএমালশন ড্রপলেটটা কিছু ছিল না, এইখান থেকে চার্জটা এইখানে আসতে পারে। সো নাও ইফ দিস মাইক্রোএমালশন ড্রপলেট is movable, so eventually they would be able to carry the electrical charges. So this is one mechanism. So fusion, you see, and this very principle has been employed in the synthesis of nanoparticles. So we already have studied the application of surfactant in the synthesis of nanoparticles. And if you could recollect, in semester 1, I described, please go through that, the synthesis of nanoparticles using microemulsion or micellar media. So the micelles or the surfactants, they act as stabilizing. This is the application I already have explained. So if you have two microemulsion droplet, then they will undergo fusion. There would be mass transfer and fission, and ultimately you will get product. Or the electrical charge can be countered. So you see, you take a microemulsion, then you take a blank one or the other one, the charge will be transferred. So it can transfer the electrical charges, although the continuous medium is oil and it does not conduct electricity. So this is what I said about the conductance of microemulsion. Basically, microemulsion means water in oil microemulsion or oil in water microemulsion. So what happens if you just percolation of electrical conductance, and what is the molecular mechanism? Two mechanisms are prevalent. One mechanism I have already explained. So if I have two, this is water in oil microemulsion, this is another water in oil microemulsion. So they will fuse together and there would be fusion. It will follow the mass transfer and again there would be fission. So charge can be transported. This is one mechanism. So fusion, mass transfer and fission. And what is the second mechanism? Second mechanism is the microemulsion droplets, they will stay one by one. And there the charge will be hopped. There would be hopping of electrical charges. So charge can be carried. Can you cite similar example? This is very realistic example. Suppose আমি 10 জনকে দাঁড় করিয়ে দিলাম, দেখেছো যখন ওই ইট ভাটা বা যে কোনো জায়গায় যখন কাজ করে দেখবে একজন একটা ইট নিল, পরের জনের দিয়ে দিল, তার সে আরেকজনকে দিয়ে দিল, তাহলে the brick or piece of block বা যে কোনো জিনিস হবে, ইট কাঠ পাথর যাই হোক না কেন, তুমি ডান দিক থেকে সাপ্লাই দিচ্ছ, ইট eventually reaches to your left hand side where the persons they are not changing their position. This is called hopping mechanism. So the brick gets hopped from a person to person. Can you remember any similar example? Can you remember any similar example in the electrical conductivity? Well, let me say it again because I cannot interact directly with you as I do in the classrooms. As I bother you in the classroom directly. Suppose, the lithium ion has lower conductivity than sodium ion. And why? Because lithium ion has lower conductivity than sodium ion. Because why? Because the dimension or hydrated diameter of lithium ion is much more, or it is bigger than the sodium. So hydrodynamic diameter of sodium ion is smaller than lithium because the charge density of lithium is higher than sodium. Both of them carry same charge, but the size is smaller in lithium, so charge density is higher. If it is so then protons should have the lowest conductivity. But protons, means a hydrogen ion, the conductivity is not as low as lithium. How is it possible? Now here it is expected, the proposed mechanism is the hopping mechanism. কতগুলো water molecule? Say 7 to 8 water molecules, 7 molecules if I remember properly. I may be wrong. So 7টা water molecule, they form a network. পরপর দাঁড়িয়ে গেছে 7টা। একদিক দিয়ে একটা হাইড্রোজেন আয়ন জোরে অন্য এন্ড থেকে হাইড্রোজেন আয়নটা বেরিয়ে। So without the movement of the water molecules, the proton can be transported. The charge can be carried. This is called hopping mechanism. The same phenomena occurs over here. The percolation of electrical conductance in water in oil microemulsion occurs comprising ionic species. They occurs through hopping mechanism, either through hopping mechanism, this is one, or through the mechanism of fusion, mass transfer, and fission. এগুলো হচ্ছে proposed mechanism, and definitely in there are supportive informations, or there are প্রমাণ রয়েছে. There are certain proofs behind the proposition. That's why they are accepted. Now, what would you expect? Suppose I am taking a water in oil microemulsion comprising some ionic species. So, I am increasing the volume of the water pool. Means, এই যে বলেছিলাম না, water by AOT mole ratio. AOT মানে surfactant. So, water by surfactant mole ratio টাকে বলা হবে ওমেগা, আর oil by surfactant ratio টাকে বলা হয় S. These are the standard conventions. Now, so what happens now if here I show you two things. Now what I do, I take a reverse micelle or water in oil microemulsion, and I go on. So there would be electrical conductance. But if I go on increasing the volume of the water pool, means if I am increasing the value of omega, or I can say if I increase the volume fraction, mole fraction যেমন কি করা হয়েছিল না টু কম্পোনেন্ট সিস্টেমের ক্ষেত্রে, number of moles of A by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B by total number of moles. Similarly, volume fraction হচ্ছে volume of component A by total volume. So if I increase the volume fraction of the dispersed phase, এখানে water, or simply if I increase the volume of water pool, what would be happening? I would expect a mild increase in the electrical conductance, but after a certain threshold volume, the electrical conductance will sharply increase. This is called the threshold volume fraction. And এখানে এটা বলা হচ্ছে প্রায় 1000-fold increase করে যায়. So this kind of electrical percolation or percolation of electrical conductance, it is induced by volume increase of the dispersed phase or water. So this is called volume induced percolation. কি হয় যদি ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে দেওয়া হয়? What would be happening? The size of the microemulsion droplets would increase. So formation or the hopping, so if the particle size are bigger, the probability of coming in contact of one particle with the other would increase, and after the threshold value, the probability would significantly increase or get enhanced, and the electrical conductance would increase significantly. So that is why you see logarithm scale মানে এখানে manifold, 1000 times, 100 to 1000 times বেড়ে যায়. So this is called volume induced percolation. The percolation of electrical conductance can also be increased in the other way. Now if you simply increase the temperature, so if you increase the temperature, you are increasing the overall kinetic energy of the system. So the microemulsion droplets, they become more mobile. So if their mobility is increased, the collision probability or probability of coming in contact with each other also increases. So what would you expect? You would expect the electrical conductance to increase after a certain temperature, threshold temperature. This is called theta T. আগের দিনে temperature কে theta দিয়ে লেখা। And this conductance again, that there would be a manifold increase in the electrical conductance, and this increase is induced by the increase in temperature. So that is why it is called temperature induced percolation. তাহলে the percolation of electrical conductance in water in oil microemulsion comprising ionic species, the ionic surfactant হতে পারে, বা ওর মধ্যে আমি কিছু নন আয়নিক সারফ্যাক্ট্যান্ট নিলাম, আমি কিছু আয়ন ওর মধ্যে ঢুকে দিতে পারি। They are induced by two methods. One is volume induced, means you increase the volume of the dispersed phase by water, or you increase the temperature. So you get the threshold volume fraction and you get the threshold temperature, beyond which there would be a manifold increase in the electrical conductivity, and you see it is in the logarithmic scale. And using that, so many parameters can be calculated. I am not discussing. So these are some characteristics of the microemulsions. তাহলে আজকে আমরা কি কি পড়লাম মাইক্রোইমালশনের ক্ষেত্রে? If you allow me to go to the beginning, what did we study? What did we study? আমরা কি কি পড়লাম? আমরা microemulsion সম্বন্ধে we have studied. Let me quickly go back or recapitulate what we have studied. Here we have made a brief introduction on the microemulsion. Emulsion কি, microemulsion কি, তাদের ক্লাসিফিকেশন কি, তাদের ফেজ ডায়াগ্রামটা কিভাবে কনস্ট্রাক্ট করা হয় সেটা দেখলাম। Phase diagram is a routine work for the people who works in the field of microemulsion, where you can tell the type of the microemulsion, whether it is a single phase zone or a multiple zone, whether it is water in oil microemulsion or water in oil microemulsion or a bicontinuous medium. Then we have discussed about the structure of the microemulsion. The microemulsion structure we have discussed in details, and the structural models, and we have described or classified the microemulsions into four categories: Windsor 1, 2, 3 and 4. Again, type 1 হচ্ছে oil in water, type 2 হচ্ছে water in oil, type 3 হচ্ছে bicontinuous, and type 4 হচ্ছে both of them, water in oil and oil in water staying together. Then we have discussed about the characterization of the microemulsion or structure by small angle neutron scattering, dynamic light scattering, electron microscopy, NMR or other techniques. Then we have discussed about the structure of the micropool, water pool. There are three states of water in the microemulsion, water in oil microemulsion. We have known about what is omega. Omega, it is a parameter describing the size of the water pool. It is the ratio, molar ratio of water by surfactant in case of water in oil microemulsion. In case of oil in water microemulsion, the oil by surfactant ratio is described by S. Then we have discussed about the dynamic processes of microemulsion, where we have discussed about we have seen that even the water in oil microemulsion, means microemulsion in the oil continuum, they are capable of carrying electrical charges, and this is called percolation. Percolation মানে চুইয়ে যাওয়া, যেমন স্যান্ড বেডে তুমি যদি জল দাও, it can percolate downwards. This is called percolation, and we have discussed about the percolation of conductance, and we have discussed about the we have discussed about the mechanism of percolation. It is either through hopping mechanism or mechanism of fusion, mass transfer, and fission. And we have seen that in case of water in oil microemulsion comprising ionic species, the percolation could be either volume induced, where I can increase the volume of the dispersed phase or water after a threshold volume of water, added water, there would be a manifold increase in the electrical conductance. Or if I go on increasing the temperature, known as temperature induced percolation, I would expect after a certain threshold temperature, the electrical conductance to increase significantly, manifold increase. That is why they are called, or I can say that there would occur an exponential increase in conductance, either if I increase the volume of the dispersed phase called volume induced percolation, or if I increase the temperature called temperature induced percolation. And this hopping, the mechanism of electrical percolation is also helpful in preparing the nanoparticles. We already have discussed. That means we have already discussed about the application, some of the applications of the surfactants. So tomorrow I will again discuss. I will start. So first 20 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever the time be, I will discuss on the applications of surfactants. Then I will in detail discuss with you. I will try to discuss with you about your queries and comments and concerns and questions. I will try to answer to them. Now I leave it open for discussion. So children, if you have any points to discuss, আজকে যা আলোচনা হলো, যদি কিছু জানতে চাও, you are please feel free to discuss them. আচ্ছা, তোমাদের কারো কোনো জিজ্ঞাসা আছে? যদি জিজ্ঞাসা থাকে, you can unmute and you can ask questions. Anyone else? Children, any question? Any question? You can unmute your phone and ask question. কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে? তাহলে আমি কালকে, tomorrow would be the last common class, joint classes, and যারা ইভিনিং এ যারা রয়েছে তাদের আরো 2-3টে ক্লাস আমায় নিতে হবে, ঠিক একই রুটিন অনুযায়ী। ইফ আদার্স ওয়ান্ট টু জয়েন, মানে তোমরা সবাই যদি আবার এমনি যারা রেগুলার তারাও যদি জয়েন করতে চাও করতে পারো। আমি প্রথমের দিকের যে অংশটা, যেটা আমি ডে ব্যাচের স্টুডেন্টদের আলোচনা করেছিলাম, সেটা ইভিনিং ব্যাচের স্টুডেন্টদের সঙ্গে আলোচনা করে নিতে পারি। দোজ হু হ্যাভ মিসড ইট, or you are most welcome. It's up to you, will join or not. Okay, any questions to ask? Any question, children? No. আছে কারো প্রশ্ন? If you hesitate to ask, you can type in your text box. আর কারো কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে? নেই? Okay, then I will see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I will shortly send today's lecture material as well as the paper or the review article, as I mentioned, for your ready reference. Okay, and remember, this is only for the water, this is only for the microemulsion. Other part I have already shared with you through my video lecture. And remember, some of the video lectures are also available in the YouTube. So Vidyasagar University Official, just go on to the YouTube, search Vidyasagar University Official. You just subscribe, click subscribe. You don't have to pay. Subscribe and put a click onto the bell, so you will get the alert if you have some lecture Some of my lecture, aims, and on other all the more some lectures are already available on the website. Do you have any question, children?
স্যার বলছিলাম 25 তারিখের যে ক্লাসের
বলো 25 তারিখ ক্লাসে
হ্যাঁ যেটা পাঠিয়েছিলেন মানে রেকর্ডিংটা ওটা অডিওটা
নিচ্ছে না,
মিউট
ঠিক
পাচ্ছি
আছে,
না।
কিন্তু কি পড়িয়েছিলাম সেটা তো মনে আছে। ওটা অডিও রেকর্ডিংটা হয়নি, ওটা একটু সমস্যা রয়েছে। পূজা ঘোষ বলো, বলো।
স্যার আর কিছু না মানে
ওইটা
শুনতে
আমি
পাচ্ছিলাম না
ওটা
সেটাই
বুঝতে
জিজ্ঞেস
পেরেছি, ওটা
করছিলাম
একটা
আমি।
দেখো, ওটা ওই ক্লাসটাতে হয়েছিল, আমি ওটা সামহাও ওটা একটা মিস্টেক হয়ে গেছে, আই সিনসিয়ারলি অ্যাপোলোজাইজ। আমি তো ক্লাসে আমি বলেছিলাম, ক্লাসটা তো করেছিলে, বাট ওই টেক্সটগুলো রয়েছে ওটা নিয়ে দেখো, আর যদি কোনো জায়গায় কোনো অসুবিধা থাকে আমাকে বলবে, আমি আবার আলোচনা করে দেবো সেই জায়গাটা। সেই জন্যই তো বলছি, এবার ভালো করে পড়ে নাও, কালকে কোথায় কার কি সমস্যা আছে আমাকে বলবে। আই উইল বি হ্যাপি টু ডিসকাস উইথ ইউ। ওকে, all right children, then I will see you on tomorrow.